We have something of a highly classified nature to show you.
I was reading about the splitting of the atom for the first time. There were some concerns that it would be a kind of unstoppable chain reaction.
A series of destructive electrical storms has wreaked havoc across the globe.
They did the experiment anyway.
The surge seems to be the result of some kind of antimatter reaction.
And I found that a very arresting fact, that there could be somebody out there doing experiments that might threaten everything.
We're doing big things up here, real big.
Release of antimatter could threaten the stability of our entire solar system. All life could be destroyed.
I met Ethan Gross freshman year of college, and I was told that there was a young man who was in film school with me who hated me. Instantly, that piqued my interest, and I thought, well, that person has a good point of view. So I met him. He said, yeah, I don't like you. I don't like you. You're always talking in class, and you're very loud and a very annoying person. And that was how the friendship began.
I was shy, he was loud, bombastic. He'd always be correcting the teachers. And I thought, just shut up, dude. But then I eventually realized when he would correct the teachers, he'd be correct, literally, usually. And I'm like, oh, this guy knows what he's talking about.
They'd written this script, Ad Astra, which was really a quite ambitious, science fiction epic inspired by films like 2001 and Apocalypse Now, that deals with space travel, deals with technology, deals with, who we are in the future, the question of aliens and do they exist.
Good morning to our astronauts up there on the International Space Antenna. Sure is a beautiful day. Just perfect to try and contact our distant neighbors out there in the heavens.
It's a film, I think, that has its roots in 70s films, is James's vernacular seems to be born from, meaning that it's contemplative, it unfolds. Then we have big moments of action or duress. And then it hits this slower reveal.
My dad was a pioneer. He sacrificed himself for the search for intelligent life.
Ad Astra means to the stars. It's Latin. But the actual line is per aspera ad astra, which translated it means through hardships to the stars, which I thought was very beautiful.
As the film starts out, we learn that his father was considered a hero in the program. He had gone farther than any other astronaut.
What can you tell us about the Lima project?
He was on a mission and disappeared in the process, went off the map. The ship disappeared approximately 16 years into the mission.
Well, he is a lost man. I think that's pretty much who Clifford McBride is. He's a famous astronaut. And he's the leader of a project that's looking for signs of intelligent life elsewhere in the universe. And the project goes horribly wrong, and he becomes a dangerous man.
If communication cannot be made through his son, then all other efforts must be undertaken to destroy the commander.
What happened to my dad? What did he find out there?
He meets Colonel Pruitt, Donald Sutherland's character, on Earth, and then they take a lunar shuttle together to the moon. And Pruitt is somebody that knew his father and knew him when he was a boy.
Hello, Roy. I'm here to go on this trip with you. Keep my eye on you. I was supposed to be his surrogate father.
Roy? Yes, Colonel. Look at this. The big blue marble.
Never ceases to amaze me.
But he's a failed father figure, isn't he? Because he can't go on the journey to Mars or to deeper space. You want him to go. You want him to be Roy's protector in some way, but he's weak. Can't do it.
You have to go, Roy. Go. Go!
I'd always wanted it to be that Roy didn't really meet anybody. I mean, he meets them, but he doesn't know them. I mean, that's sort of the point. It's really about his solitude, about how alone he is, and about how that's how everybody wants it. Although the more connection there is, the more risk there is, the more risk to the mission, the more risk there is to him personally. And so he meets these other people, but you catch only glimpses of them.
McBride, I think we might just have ourselves a son of a legend on board with us, team.
They're oblivious to my purpose.
On Mars, Roy meets Helen Lantos.
I know who you are.
She is sort of a flip side of him. She represents somebody who has also been orphaned by people on the Lima project. Unlike Roy, she didn't really bury that.
And I think for many years now, she's been seeking answers about what happened. And she uncovered the recording of Clifford McBride talking about there was a mutiny on board.
I'm disclosing a tragedy. They mutinied, committed acts of sabotage, trying to commandeer my ship.
A lot of people get killed, especially those who would want to give up on the project and return to Earth.
Without doubt, I did punish the innocent along with the guilty.
He has no intention of returning.
We will not turn back on this quest.
She wants to confront this man who is the son of her parents' murderer. Your father murdered my parents. That monster threatens us all. Now it's your burden.
She's been dealing with it and living with it throughout every day of her life. And Roy sees that in her, and he begins to understand the significance of what his father has done.
Can you get me on that ship?
I can get you to the rocket. After that,
I will deal with him.
It's destiny, right? You've got to destroy the Lima Project, confront the father in the outer reaches of the solar system.
Roy, is that you?
Hi, Dad. I'm taking you back.
This is a one-way voyage, my son.
I think the idea of closure is nonsense. It doesn't exist. I lost my mother when I was pretty young, and I don't have closure. I don't get over it. I learned to live with it. That's a very different thing. We learn to live with terrible things that happen to us. I don't get over it. I think he gets no real answers except that he has to move on with his life.
I never cared about you or your mother or any of your small ideas.
I know, Dad.
The ending of this movie, we went through a lot of discussion about it. People aren't used to a science fiction movie in which you build up towards a great conclusion, and then the conclusion is, you should have stayed at home. It sounds anticlimactic, but the anticlimactic nature of it is, to me, climactic because it tells you an important story. Space travel and exploration is very important, but it's more important not to forget about what's at home.
The crew examined all the data, discovered no other life out there. They were all alone in the known universe.
Now we know. We're all we've got.
Okay, everyone. Here we go. Pictures up. Let's go.
You know, this film holds some stunning set pieces, if you want to call them, action pieces.
Go!
James specifically designed these as a delivery system, really a movie about self and discovery of self.
You can have all the scale and all the scope. You can have the best photography, the best score, the best actors, and all the technical genius that you want making a film, but that doesn't really mean anything. And if it's not about something you care about, it doesn't matter. So I was trying to do the deepest dive I could on where I was in that place in my life at that time. I keep coming back to that same idea. Get personal, get smaller, more inside, more interior, more about what it is you're going through. And then in the end, whatever people think about it, good or bad, it's out of my hands. I tried to be as personal as I could. That's my obligation. That's my only obligation.
Roger, all. Roger,